Hi, folks. This is Bill from AT Makers, and I have a very quick thought as we go into Thanksgiving and the buying season, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that thought I'd share with y'all. Every year, we actually have a event where we adapt toys, and this is a group of 130 kids who worked with us last year, and we go through and we adapt a ton of toys for kids. And every year, as we're doing it, and everybody has a ball. People say, what about older kids, right? So most of the things you see us adapting here are toys. They're like stuffed animals. They are, that's actually a switch interface, so that's excellent. But a lot of what we're doing are toys. We're doing stuffed animals and MyPal Scouts and Zoom tubes and things like that. And people say, what about older kids? What can you do to support older kids who are Switch users or who you want to become Switch users because of an accident or other challenge? The answer for that is one of these. This is an Xbox adaptive controller, and it is a device that Microsoft came out with about a year ago. There's a Super Bowl ad and everything that not only has these nice big switches that somebody with limited mobility can activate. On the back, every single button of an Xbox controller is actually pulled out. So everything that you see here, every button, the X, the Y, the A, the B, the triggers, are all available on the back, and you can plug in any switch to those ports. The Xbox Adaptive Controller is $99. You can buy it through Microsoft, I think, directly, also locally in their stores. And really, this price, this $99, will probably never go on sale. They are losing money. It's a loss leader. It's a good PR stunt for them. Also, they're decent people. They're trying to help people game. But this is going to cost you $99, or maybe you can find somebody to donate one. But it by itself, you can plug it into your PC and you can control it. It is shows up as a gamepad. You can use it as a mouse, as a switch interface. But that's not really the point. The point really is this picture right here, where you can actually have the person you're giving the gift to and a friend or a brother or a parent working together and playing games. And if it's Christmas time, this is something that is really, this experience of sharing a game with somebody is very hard for people with cerebral palsy, with SMA, with all spinal injuries, all kinds of things where you have motor challenges. This is hard to get, and the XAC makes it possible. To get that experience, you need an Xbox, a console. And so I thought I'd really quickly talk about what you need real quick, what's on sale, and why I'm kind of pushing this right now. So it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's $150 off Xbox consoles, and they're only $250 to $300 to start with. So it's kind of a good time to purchase one of these. And I wanted to make sure you guys knew what you needed and what you didn't. The device I would recommend for you guys is this one in the center. This one, on the black one on the left, the Xbox X, is a high-end gaming platform, very fast, lots of memory. Not needed for this. It'll work. Now, there are a number of different Xbox One S's, and here are the current sale prices and stuff. They come in different versions. This one's got a Star Wars game. This one has a racing game, which probably is what I would get. This one has Gears. This one's an NBA game if you have a kiddo who's really into sports. You have the all-digital one, which comes with no games. You'll need to get some kind of a Game Pass or some other way to download games. And then this one over here is actually interesting. It comes with no games, but it comes with two controllers. So this might be good if you have extra kids in the house. It's kind of a good deal. So you can get both of those items at xbox.com, or you can get them at the Microsoft Store. Amazon has the Xbox consoles at the same price. There's no real differences on the prices right now. When you've done that, you spent $250 or so, maybe $300 or so. Where are you? What else do you need to do? You might need to buy a game. You might have gotten a bundle, but you might not have everything you need to make your user successful, your child successful. You might. There actually are some folks who can get benefit from this device right away. You can immediately use two big buttons. So if you're doing Copilot, where one player is using a regular controller and you've given your new user one button to hit, that's great. Also, you might not notice that these things are actually positioned so that if you're holding the controller, the horns will actually hit these two buttons. So if you have a child perhaps who can only use one hand, that might give them the ability to get two extra buttons right off the bat. If you're buying one of these, it's much more likely that you're going to use these switch jacks on the back. Any switch, even a handmade one like this, that's not even soldered up, but that can close a contact, can be used just by plugging in its jack, standard AT jack, into whichever button you're trying to control. If you look on the side, each side has a USB port where you can plug in a custom controller as well. These are commonly referred to as peripherals. Now, if you remember, about a year ago, John Park and I set about making a lot of peripherals for the Xbox Adaptive Controller. We made little joysticks with these little micro thumb joysticks. We made driving controls like this with the Circuit Playground Express. I even made a pair of eyeglasses that wherever your head turned, go up and down, left and right, it would drive the actual controller. We made videos about this, and it worked great, except the Circuit Python at the time wasn't quite ready to support the XAC well. Now, thankfully, folks at Adafruit Rock and Dan Halbert and the guys in the Circuit Python group have fixed that. They've made it fairly straightforward to create a version of Circuit Python that will support the adaptive controller. And we are doing that. So thank you for them for that. That also means it's time for us to put these guides out and actually make these available. And between now and next Christmas, we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing that. John already has some of his out there already. And I'm excited to do it. But if I wait until they're all out there before I tell you about this, you will miss the $150 discount this week. So this is just my heads up that it might be a good time to buy a Christmas present if you have somebody with cerebral palsy, spinal muscular atrophy, ALS, not just kids. Remember, anybody with a spinal injury, the folks at Warfighter Engaged do a ton of work with vets who come back with everything from PTSD to lost limbs, and they use gaming as a therapeutic tool. It's fantastic. It's engaging. You can use Skype on it. You can use watch movies on Netflix. There's a ton that you can do here. And with this device, which is probably one of the best AT devices I've seen come out of the commercial world, it's not that expensive and it is exceptionally powerful. Now you might have noticed there's this URL at the bottom of the screen. We do have an initiative right now. We're not looking for you to donate a lot of money. We're going to have a lot of fun doing this, whether you do or not. But we are gathering together all the information about the Xbox Adaptive Controller, the new kit from Logitech that just came out that makes it much less expensive to buy switches and things like that. We're going to gather that up over the next week or so. We've got some donations from Microsoft and Logitech to give away some Xboxes to therapy centers and classrooms around this area, an area where our kids are. So that's all exciting. Join us there if you'd like to learn more about it. But more importantly, if you're looking for a gift for somebody with profound physical challenges, this is a great one. So take that away from here and have a great Thanksgiving and a wonderful Christmas.